My name is Dr. Shafiq Mughal. I am a GP in Australia, working in the last 25 years in one of the clinics in Adelaide. Today I want to talk about how to balance your work and the commitments to your community and your colleagues and to your patients, and finding time in between to perform all the extra religious duties which you aspire to do during this month of Ramadan. We want to do extra prayers, we want to do extra recitations of the Quran, and do our recitation and the remembrance of Allah during this month of Ramadan. So the question which comes in our mind is that how can we strike the balance between work and worship during this month of Ramadan, and how we fulfill our duties in dunya and nourishing our souls for the akhirah. Islam teaches us to live with balance and moderation, not neglecting our worldly responsibilities, but also not losing sight of our ultimate purpose. So Allah reminds us in Surah Al-Qasas chapter 28 verse 77, and seek through which Allah has given us the home and the hereafter without forgetting your share of the world. Balance is just not an ideal, but it's a principle which is embedded in our faith. Work is not separate from worship, rather it can be means of worship itself. When we go to work, we take our family and fulfill our responsibilities. We should remind ourselves that we're doing so for the sake of Allah. The Prophet said, surely all actions are judged by intentions, and verily every person will have only that which he intended. That is in Sahih Bukhari and Sahih Muslim. So if we approach our work with intention of earning halal income, supporting our loved ones and serving others, then every moment at work becomes an act of ibadah. We should prioritize our traditional worship without getting burnt out. If we exhaust ourselves, we will struggle to sustain our efforts throughout the day, throughout the month, and more importantly, we will not be able to take care of our family and fulfill our worldly responsibilities. In Surah Baqarah verse 286, Allah says, Allah does not burden a soul beyond which it can bear. If our work schedule is demanding, we can make small adjustments. We can pray on time, we recite in short breaks, and we do our zikr whenever we get the time in very small amounts. The Prophet said, the most beloved deeds of Allah are those which are done consistently, even if they are small. Fasting is not meant to slow us down. It is a work, it should not be hard, and we can adjust our schedule by, if we start a little bit early, we take power naps, we can take a 20-15 minutes in between to recover ourselves, and we don't eat too heavy sahur or aftur, avoiding oily foods that drains our energy. Allah reminded us in Surah Al-Araf verse 31, eat and drink, but do not to be excessive. Indeed, He does not like those who commit excess. Another point which is worth mentioning is finding spiritual peace in our routine. One of the greatest blessings of Ramadan is the inner peace. The Quran reminds us, verily the remembrance of Allah do heart finds rest. So the Prophet said, the best among you are the one with the best character. So we should be kind to our colleagues, we practice patience, and let our actions reflect the beauty of Islam. We should aim to manage our time wisely and avoid distractions. We should limit unnecessary distractions, like we should cut down on social media and idle conversations. We should set daily goals, like plan when you will pray, read Quran, and spend time with the family. And we should use the technology wisely, which means that, listening to Quran lectures and so forth. By managing our time well, we ensure that we are productive in both our worldly and spiritual affairs. Another essential element of balancing work and life in Ramadan is gratitude and contentment. Allah reminds us, if you are grateful, I'll surely increase you in favor. We should always thank Allah for the ability to work and provide for ourselves, appreciate the strength He has given us, and recognize the countless joys of Ramadan. Ramadan is not about perfection, it's about progress. Don't feel guilty if you cannot do anything. Instead, focus on consistency and intentions. Even if all you do is fast sincerely, pray on time, and treat others well, you have already earned immense rewards. Allah promises us, whoever fears Allah, He will make him a way out and will provide for him from wherever he does not expect. So trust in Allah, strive for balance, and make every action, whether at work, at home, or in worship, an act of devotion. May Allah bless our efforts, grant us balance, and accept our fasting, prayers, and good deeds during the Ramadan. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.